All right, everyone. I think it rained last night, but most of this is just like morning dew. Not sure, but today is a fun day. Well, I hope it's going to be a fun day. We're doing garage sales. So I know last week garage sales were pretty good, but let's see if today is just as good. It's supposed to be a community yard sale, but not really a large community. We'll see what happens. You know, it's supposed to be a fun day, and we'll make fun days happen. Does that make sense? We'll make fun days. I don't know. Anyway, let's get into a garage sale day and find some treasure. Let's do it. Is this yours? No.
Get mom, because I don't know what she's
doing
with this stuff.
It has $5 on it.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just making sure it rolls.
Alright.
What you want to buy? What did you want to buy?
Nothing. It has $5. I'm gonna give you $5 for it.
No.
Alright, so yeah, a couple shirts. At the first spot. Got this awesome Wagon here for $5. Radio flyer, Town and Country. It's kind of a beaut. First has a lot of Christmas trees. My goodness.
Thank you.
I saw that first one for Carol, but I don't know if that's a blouse because it fits.
The Muppets, wow. Whenever I see a white case, I think it might be a Wii game. I don't know why. And I feel like Wii games are probably the most common around here. Oh. What in the world? Oh.
I'll take that. All right. Well, let me, I got reminders.
It was used in World War I.
Well, you have to get this in the ground. Yeah, you stick it in the ground and then you wrap it up. All right. Let me get the money for you too. Tommy? You know how? Oh wait, I got it. Yeah, I got it. Don't need a man for everything.
Alright, so we're still finding some things here and there. Generally how these yard sales go, very hit or miss. This guy looks like he has a ton of birdhouses. This might be a birdhouse guy. Tools, hardware, fishing. Alright. See a nice waterfall piece over there. These are $10 each.
That's sold.
Oh, it's sold? Alright.
Wooden round thing. It's got the wooden stock. Yeah, I have everything.
It's probably the one thing that aggravates me the most at yard sales is when people buy stuff but don't pick it up and they just leave it on the table. It's no different than auctions. When people buy stuff at auctions, they just leave it in a row lot, and it's like, oh, that already sold. Well, if it's sold, take it out of the row lot. Make a pile up. That's usually what you should do, is just make a pile if you're buying a bunch. But never ever leave it just in one spot. Oh, jeez. What's going on, Larry?
Oh, gosh. I gotta put my glasses on because I look like Pikachu. Pikachu Hobie.
That's why I said to bring them out.
These are antiques. This is a Buddy Ale. Do you know what a Buddy?
Yeah, I have a clue.
Okay.
I know. It's he's in rough shape, but that's
Oh yeah, I know. My son was gonna redo them over like he did
Yeah,
the
like-
scooters and stuff.
like pressure water, or
Yeah, you gotta do that first.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, these they don't go bad. You just grind them down.
Yeah, they paint them over. Yeah. So, old tag. All right. $1. So this is what I managed to grab today at today's yard sale. It was a community yard sale, and the only problem that I've noticed this over the course of years with these community yard sales is if they're in towns that are really close to each other, in terms of like the houses are really close to each other, there's so much going on that there's usually so many people. It's very, very hard to be like the first person to see something. So that's kind of the whole thing, is like you're very limited on what you can buy just because there's so many people pretty much everywhere. So that's one thing I know. It's kind of like flea markets as well. So kind of big thing with this was you just had to be the first person there. You had to get there early. Got there about 6:45, 7 o'clock. The sales started at 8, and most people are set up by about 7:15, 7:30. So big community yard sales, you kind of have to be the early bird. But this was in a free pile, just some older Christmas, not like from the 50s old. I mean, you still have the barcode on it, probably from the 90s. This says, I think, Woolrich, or does it say Woolrich on the side? Woolworth, that's what I meant. I don't really remember Woolworth. Probably was before my time. What is this? This is bar soap. It's a random Irish Spring bar soap. Anyway, this was free. I just saw old at Christmas. I figured a free box. It says Dollar General. So it might be from the 90s. I paid $2 for this. Homemade signs. This one, Larry came up to me, talked a little. $2 for his whole box. Not a bad find. Looks like they're just homemade holiday signs you probably hang up on a door, I would guess. That's what that's for. Like put on your front door, just like that. Looks like they're all very similar. Yeah, they're all pretty much the same thing. Season's greetings. So I grabbed that. I did pick up some clothes. Getting harder and harder to find this stuff. So we have an older Super Cotton Fruit of the Loom. Almost like the reverse sleeve. I have to wash it. It's a Rutgers sweatshirt. It's probably like $15, $20. It's getting all dirty, but what are you gonna do? College is now here. It's college season. Rutgers. I found a couple tees. 1998 NASCAR. This is a Y2K Spider-Man shirt. I think it said 2000. Yeah, it's 2002. So I do get that question a lot, is do you think stuff from early 2000s or stuff like right now, is it going to be hot in 20 or 30 years, such as clothing? 5 years ago, 10 years ago, stuff from like 2000, 2003, like no one wanted it. But I guess the so-called Y2K era is now coming around. So I do think stuff's going to, you know, be hot, like something you might buy today from like a mall or whatever it might be. I think it will be hot in 20 or 30 years. The only issue is in 20 or 30 years is so-called wearing vintage or older shirts going to be like a trend, where you kind of going to be like, that guy is wearing an old shirt. That's not in style. That's not fashionable. So if wearing vintage is a thing in 20, 30 years, yes, this stuff will be all right. But if wearing older stuff is not in style, well, I don't know if there'd be really that much of a value. Anyway, Pine Barren Ale. This is out of Phillipsburg, 1996. Very interesting. I never even knew Phillipsburg had a brewery. All right, and probably my favorite find today, this nice vintage. It did have a price tag on it. It was $5. Town and Country Radio Flyer Wagon. I think you can still buy the Town and Country model from Walmart, but this is definitely an older one. It's not one of the newer ones. I think the new ones might even have some plastic on it. This looks like it's all metal from the frame to the wheels, even the brackets. It looks like it's all metal and wood. The only thing would be like these tires look like they're rubber. But for $5, it's a great deal. These things are not cheap by any means, and they're not cheap new and they're not cheap used. So a nice vintage wagon there. But overall, another fun day of treasure hunts. Hopefully you guys enjoy. If you guys enjoyed the treasure hunt, smack the like button. If you want to see more videos just like this, subscribe down below. There'll be plenty more treasure hunts in the future. Who knows what we'll get into next time. And until next time, have a great day. Keep living the dream. Peace.